this okay, or is that...
No, I can't hear
You're
you.
cutting out a bit much.
How's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
No, you're frozen. No, you're good.
Is this okay?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's good.
That sounds better.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So you're doing push to talk?
No, but maybe I should have just done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that.
He's push to talk until he's trying to say something. He forgets to press his push to talk key, and then it's like, okay, I'm just turning this off.
Yeah.
I'm not doing push to talk.
That has been every experience with push to talk for me.
Same.
Right.
Um,
Not push to talk.
Okay. So last time, we had gone through all the emotional ups and downs of losing two of our main crewmates to Admiral Kensington, and we had decided to go check out this Tabaxi temple that's been on the back burner for quite a while. To get there, you knew you had to go up the river, whose name I really have fucking memorized by now. Not on that picture, now I have to pull up a whatever. You got to the mouth of the river, you bribed the guy at the gate to, get through easier in Strain, and you kept sailing down, where you pulled the ship over at one point to try to investigate something you saw in the woods, and were immediately attacked by a giant crocodile. Skinned the crocodile. Turned out pretty well. Then you a few more days down the river, you found a traveling tiefling merchant who bought most of your crocodile shit and also sold you an orb that nobody's asked about, and he sold you a little pendant that said Grondike on it, implying that he may have had a relationship with a certain someone named Grondike. He also warned you about the Tabaxi building something in the distance downriver, and when you finally approached this Tabaxi structure he warned you about, you found a large wall that had been built across to try to block supply ships to and from the lake city of Oakwhale. You communicated with the Tabaxi, who are armed and ready to fight on this wall for a little while. Communications went back and forth, and you tried to convince them that you were some kind of a tortoise conservationist, while also Roger tried to tell them that he was a spy or something. And your stories got a little messy, but they finally just decided to offer to let you go talk to their elders and see if they can get things sorted out. And when you talked to the elders, one elder in particular, named Nimble Timber, seemed to give you a good amount of information, or seemed to know a good amount about what you were currently dealing with your key curse, as it seems that one of his ancestors suffered from the same thing, and described a bit more detail about the significance of this temple that you had been told about. At the end of your meeting, you asked them about a way to get your ship around the wall, and they handed you a magic bottle that you could put your ship in and transport it on land very easily. And Roger was incredibly excited about this. A kid on Christmas, I think were his exact words. And you guys managed to get back to your ship, pull everybody off the ship with your tiefling, whatever the fuck his name is.
Rodrigo or something?
Let me check. Rivaldo.
It's close.
Randomly generated name, so. But yeah, so your tiefling hiding himself because he knows the Tabaxi tend to really not like tieflings. And you got your ship around, and you started sailing upriver again, which leads us to today on the water, in the river. The Pantha River. That's what I named. Pantha. Okay. With that, you have gotten around the wall. You've been sailing for a couple hours now. The current of the water, or the choke point in the river that was a much narrower place has expanded outward, and now the river is much wider again, probably maybe half a mile to 3/4 of a mile wide around where you're getting. You can see both sides of the river banks, but they're both pretty far from you. With lots of dense foliage and forest coming around. However, on the I guess it would be the northern side of the river, you do notice the foliage start kind of to break out. The density of it is starting to like wither a little bit. You can see some what are they called? When there's like a little area of like thing in the middle of the forest. There's a word for those. Outlet? Right.
Inlet?
But no, it's not a lit. There's like an actual word for it. The forest is starting to become more like marshlands and
Okay.
yeah.
Like an estuary.
Yeah. Sounds like you know what you're saying. So yes. You were still trying to head to the Tabaxi ruins, to my understanding, to the temple. And you know the nearest town is the lake town of Oakwhale, which you know to kind of be a desert. You guys want to roll?
Are we still at this wall? Did we move our ship around yet or not?
You moved your ship around the wall at the end of the last session because you had the bottle.
Oh, that's right. I remember everyone jumping overboard.
Still the coolest shit I've ever seen.
Slightly conceptually nerfed.
What were you saying to roll for?
Just whoever feels like it, roll a nature check to, and then if anybody wants to do anything in particular on this day of travel upriver, let me know.
A nature check.
Yeah.
Yogu will give it a try.
Okay. Pretty smooth sailing on this day. Like I said, the river widened up a bit after the choke point that you had just passed by, and sailing's gotten a lot smoother. You managed to travel up another day's worth again, but again, you're moving at a slower pace because you traveling upriver still.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, word.
Yes. Damien would like to roll for two things. The bonsai trees, which I'm watering as well.
The tortoises.
And the tortoises, thank you.
Okay. D10 for the tortoises, D20 for the bonsai tree?
So 3 on the bonsai tree.
Well, that's not good.
And a 4 on the turtles. I'm going to roll 3d4 and then 1d4 for the bonsai tree. I get 8 berries.
Alright. 8 berries have appeared on the bonsai tree for the day. And you notice the tortoises, specifically the 2 tortoises that you have stored together, seem to be turned away from each other.
Ooh.
They don't seem to like each other very much.
Yogu.
Yes, soft one. What is it?
Do you know a druid teaches of any sort form of
Yes. Why do you hesitate?
encourage? Do you have any abilities or spells to encourage procreation between turtles? Like some sort of aphrodisiac.
Yogu. Sorry.
Yep.
No, you're good.
Is it enlarge reduce? Because we don't want that.
Perception check.
Damien or Yogu?
Perlin.
I have animal friendship.
Well, we're
Yogu-
trying to get the male
Yogu
turtle
can
out of the friend zone, Yogu.
Yogu can charm one of the beasts.
Perlin, as you're steering the ship, you feel a slight pull at a little one of your pockets, and you turn over and you see Roger trying to slip your spectacles out of your pocket.
What? Roger. What are you doing?
Well, yeah, it's a prank gone wrong. Maybe you can, help me out, maybe we can get Yogu with it. I was going to, take the spyglass. I got a little piece of charcoal here. I was just gonna rub along the rim so the next time you put it up to your eye, you had a little black ring around your eye. I thought it would be funny, trying to break up the monotony of this travel.
I'll make note that I'm very perceptive. But
Roger, your hands will have to be much more slight to catch,
I rolled like shit.
He has a +6 to it.
So wait, what would happen if we both rolled a nat 20?
If he also rolled a nat 20, he would win.
So I'd roll a nat 20 and you'd be like, sorry, Perlin, not good enough.
I just wouldn't let you know what happened, and eventually, if you ever what happened to my glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, make sure if you pull this prank on Yogi that I'm there to see it too, okay? And I'll hand you the spectacles.
No, it was the spyglass.
Oh, was it the spyglass? Did
The
I read it
spyglass,
wrong?
yeah.
Okay.
It was the spyglass. Okay.
Just keep your sharp eyes out. Maybe you'll catch me in the act again.
Okay.
And I'll just slink away.
Quietly and stealthily.
Are we going to Oakale, however that's pronounced?
I don't know. I don't know where you're going. I know you're trying to go
Right now?
to the temple.
We had talked.
Can I see what?
Go ahead, Connor.
Oh, I was saying, are we just sitting in the boat right now? Not
Well,
moving?
we're on our way up
You're
river.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had talked about previously either going into Oakwhale and then heading to the temple, or just basically pulling off in the lake, sort of along the side, and just making our way in, considering we know where a pretty accurate location of where it is now because of talking to Timber.
I have to bring my mouse. I'm trying to figure out how to scroll. On the
If you
map.
right-click, you can drag.
I don't know how to do that with the touchpad.
right click or
Well, right click and drag.
Yeah, if you
Oh.
hold right-click and drag around, you can.
It's hard to do it. Does it have one of the little shitty mouses in the middle of the keyboard?
No, it doesn't.
if it's a touchpad, couldn't you put your fingers at the center of the touchpad and stretch them?
That will scroll me up and down. I don't know how to go left to right though.
I think it's two
Oh, yeah.
fingers to left and right.
Yeah, that's what. Oh.
That makes me zoom. If I just slide 2 fingers, if I do like pinch to zoom, then it scrolls, but only up and down.
Your guess is as good as mine. Does your touchpad not have like buttons on it? It's just the touchpad.
No. Yeah.
Sucks.
Oh well. I'm zoomed out enough to where I can kind of see things. Yes, yeah, I can see us here. So wait, I'm sorry. What?
Well, this is just like the any other map we're on tonight should be about a lot more zoomed in. This is a huge.
Okay. Yeah, it probably won't be an issue anywhere else. Wait, did we say we are just sitting on the boat?
Well, we're like on
We're,
our way
we're like
upriver.
slowly going upriver, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I did want to know where we're headed. What's the plan if we're going to Oakwell or not?
Yeah, so
The
are
other
we
option is-
stopping in Oakwell, or are we basically parking like here and heading inland?
Yogu thinks we should stop at Oakwell. We could pick up all kinds of exotic meats.
I don't know. Did are the people we talked to, are they going to get upset if we go trade with them, or do they care?
We did mention last time about potentially buying a bunch of supplies in Oakwell, and essentially to deprive them of their stock of things, and then delivering them to the blockade.
Yeah.
So we can do that.
Okay.
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 Right.
Mhm.
Next day, you guys have sailed a long way, and eventually the river keeps getting wider and wider and wider until you hit a point where you're out in the middle of the water and you can't see, and you just see water all around you. It almost feels like you're on the sea again, but the water's like a lot calmer and it's a lot more still. You almost don't even feel like you're fighting a current anymore for a bit, and you're starting to think that
So does it seem like we're heading into the lake at this point?
you're never there's never like a point where you're like, we are out of the river and in the lake now, but
It just continues to sort of widen up until it just seems like it
widen, and the current gets weaker, and eventually you will be in the lake. But
Okay.
it's getting a little dark today. For all your travels, you can roll for your trees and for your trees and turtles if you want for this day. $18 and a 4 again. Again, these turtles just don't seem to like each other too.
Technically, couldn't we rotate the turtles? Did the other guy try?
Could we have two turtles, one girl two male tortoises, one female tortoise?
I
I
think
don't
you
think
had
we're
two
sure.
males. In one.
We have two males in there?
Yeah, you have two males and one female, but you like have the traded male, and you wanted to make sure that was the one because that gives you the Masuda method.
True.
I think if we put both males in there, then they would like go more
They get-
competitive.
I think they would get more competitive. Either that or we'll have, like, gay turtles.
Yeah, hey, it'd be better to know.
It's true.
We know we need more turtles.
We're going to try to repopulate the species because the tieflings are trying to attort all the turtles. Hey. Damien's pro turtle.
I'm protractor. Yogu,
Yes.
you're just minding your own business, kind of sitting up in the crow's nest, looking around. And you feel a slight twinge in your back
Oh
pocket.
my god.
And you turn around.
I like to imagine that Roger is just
Yes,
like
hello?
stealthily climbed up the up to the crow's nest, and you just see the hand reaching over blindly into the bucket, trying to like grab it.
It's like when your cat's like reaching around the bed
Oh,
frame
yeah.
and trying to grab at you.
Yogu's gonna be like, I guess he'll like look over the side and just see Roger like hanging there. And he's like, Roger, what? Do you need something? What do you want from Yogu?
Yes,
Why-
yeah, Yogu. I need to borrow your spyglass real quick.
You need Yogu's spyglass?
Yes,
But Yogu needs it to see. Yogu's supposed to watch, right?
I will give it back very quickly.
I feel like Yogu hands over the spyglass. Says, okay, just don't drop it, Roger.
I will climb down to a safe perch, and I'll climb down just a little bit to like where the topsail is, so that there's like a little bit more footing, and where I'm sort of out of sight and can rub the charcoal on the on the spyglass.
Roger! Bring Yogu some jerky as well.
Yeah, Yogu got it right here. And after I'm done, I'll just like sort of like climb back up, and I'll hand him the like. I'm assuming I'd have a little bit on me. I'd hand him a little bit of the jerky first, so that he's like sort of distracted, and then I'll just sort of like set the spyglass up there next to him and start climbing away real quick.
Yogu eats the jerky happily,
Right.
and then he'll take the spyglass and I'll put it to his eye and kind of look around.
All right, roll perception.
Roll perception, all right.
Should I roll a stealth?
God damn, all right.
Should I roll a stealth check to see how well I potentially did this without him noticing?
Assume you did well on that check.
I could potentially beat him, is all I'm saying.
Fine. Whisper me a stealth check.
I didn't.
You beat him. You don't actually beat him, but you beat him.
Well, considering he's like not even trying.
Right. Well, it's still less than his passive, so. Roger, Yogu, as you're looking around, you definitely can tell that you're pretty much in the middle of the lake. Like, you can't see land anywhere except at one point just east of you. You see a little like speck of land like sticking out of the water.
A little speck of land.
Like an island.
Like a tiny little island.
Do I see anything on the island?
It's far enough away to where you can't make out a whole lot of the details, but you do see a tiny little island.
Okay. Yoga will he'll lean down the crow's nest and yell down, small landmass up ahead. Yogu sees, and you all can see the giant black splotch on Yogu's eye where he had the spyglass. It's all like smeared too because he was like moving it around.
It's like it's less of a splotch and more like a line between the two eyes. As
Oh
he's
yeah,
like,
because he kept like swapping.
Roger is just like at the bottom of the mast, like bent over, just like giggling to himself. I think it's the funniest thing in the world. It's a dumb
Roger.
prank, but like he's just absolutely cackling silently.
Roger, get yourself together. Islands are no joking matter.
Yes. Yep, you're right, Yogu. Yep. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And I'll just sort of walk over to Perlin and Captain, did you see that?
Yes, yeah, I'm glad you pulled it off. That's quite humorous.
I am the funniest person on this ship. And I'll just walk away and go back to scratching in more dicks on the railings.
Okay. So you now notice an island in the distance, on, like, as you're pulling into a small island. Interested in it, or just gonna keep going north?
Wait, are we already approaching it?
So it's like over here, and you're like optimal path. Just kind of like go up. It's a little out of the way, but
I guess that answers
We
my
should just
question.
get closer to it.
Landmass, what do you want? What do you want?
We
Can
can
you stop?
How big
Well-
does the island look?
Yeah, we can get a little closer.
okay.
Is that a combo pen bottle cap opener?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell too.
It's not a pin. It is a wine
Is it-
bottle. I don't know what. I think this is just like.
That's wine. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this
It's a bottle
this
opener.
part is a can opener thing, because this is a bottle opener, and then this is wine. I don't know.
But
it's
you
just-
use the
if you
use the
Yep.
arm to pull out wine corks. It's for leverage.
yeah, you put it on the rim of the bottle,
Oh,
and
yeah,
you
yeah,
use
yeah.
it as like leverage for pulling the cork out once you've screwed in.
Okay.
Teamwork.
Oh. Sorry, I distracted you with.
No.
Well, the island is probably, well, 2 or 3 times the size of your ship, so it's not very big.
Are there trees, or does it look like
I
a
see a couple
sandbar?
of trees.
Is there an X on the island marked with rocks?
Again, you can't really see that much detail. It's a bit far away.
Is there any smoke coming from the island that would show any sort of like inhabitation?
You did not see any smoke.
Is there a man with a ball and a raft?
No.
Eh.
Hey, Captain, I just suggest we continue on our main course and head towards the temple. The sooner we get rid of this curse that afflicts you, the sooner we can get to getting some well-deserved payback on that bastard Kensington.
You know what? That is a good point.
Does Roger have a?
He's good at playing to his audience.
Roger and you
Fair.
both. I don't know if have you guys talked about it.
I don't think we have.
Oh, okay. Well, he's quite perceptive. Or did I take that as a slip up or as canon that he actually said that just now?
No, I mean as canon, like he says that.
I would assume it's come up at some point. Like, not like,
Like,
while we're here, but like
Well, you
while
you
the
told
characters
us.
are playing themselves.
I mean, you told us about that you lost the other two to the fight with
Yeah.
Kensington.
Remember when we were first recruiting you guys? I think we told some of the backstory.
Yeah,
That's fair.
you just don't know why Roger would have any interest in it.
Okay, so I'll still note that it's interesting. Good point, Roger. Purge
Right.
ahead.
You guys sail due north. Sailing gets a bit easier because it's a lake. However, you have to pay a bit more attention to the wakes you're making. Blah, blah, blah. You're probably 1 day off from Oak Whale now. And Matt ran away before I could let him do his turtle check. So if somebody wants to do his turtle check,
What do I have to roll?
D10.
Yoga will do the turtle check. I have to get a 1, right?
It's a 10. It's a 1 for a shiny. Well, one on the, 1 in 100 and whatever. 1 in 4096.
Does a 5 get me anything?
No.
Understandable.
Can't remember any other, Pokemon daycare quotes. They seem to like playing with the other turtles more than each other.
Does that mean that you're going to get an egg?
I think that one means that you put 2 boys in and you need a girl.
Oh.
No turtles today. But Bungus, Perlin, and Damien roll. Everybody, all 3 of you roll a d.
Roll what?
Roll a d.
D20.
Raw d.
Oh, okay.
When you're turned away like that, Quentin, your mic sometimes doesn't pick up.
Oh my bad.
Very good.
Sorry, I'm turned away to look at Discord. All right, Damien gets. Damien
I got
gets
a 3 on my D20 roll. This was more.
I see it. I see your 3.
Well, I was just making sure you didn't confuse the dex roll for.
Right. Okay. Okay, so I picked Damien last time. Perlin.
Yes.
While you're standing at the stern steering the ship, Damien is standing. You notice Damien standing next to you at some point, and keeps pulling out a cloth and wiping his forehead.
You getting a little toasty over there, Damien? I guess it is pretty warm today.
He seems to be sweating really profusely.
You okay? You feeling sick?
He turns to you and he says, "Oh, just maybe just a bit feverish.
Wait, you're role playing Damien right now?
Don't worry about it."
Okay. All right. Well, do you need to lie down?
I don't know. And as as you're watching this sweat pour more down his face, pool at the bottom of his chin, you notice the coloration of the sweat. It almost seems like it's taking the color of his skin, and each bead that drips down leaves a trail, revealing this discoloration underneath it. The I don't know, Captain. And he starts rubbing his face, and it's like big swaths of skin start like clumping together and falling off as he's like holding it up together.
I'm gonna like jump back and look around. Is anyone else seeing this, or is it just me?
As you jump back and look around, there's no one else on the ship. You don't see another soul like on deck. It's just you and Damien standing there. And as this chunk of skin falls off his face, you see this like pure white skin underneath with these familiar dark rings around their eyes, and white pupilless eyes underneath that. And you notice their skin, it's not as white as you feel like it should be underneath. It almost looks charred. And this face looks very familiar to you.
Like,
You are reminded a corpse that looked a lot like this, except you had set it out to sea and burned it.
Atlas?
Atlas, yeah. That got Jesse's attention.
I'm listening. I'm trying to mentally picture.
Yeah, you're doodling dicks over there. I see your hand. But as you like register in your brain that, oh shit, that's Atlas, you get this like sickness in your stomach. You almost can't stand to look at him. You start to turn your head away, and he grabs the bottom of your chin and turns you towards him and locks eyes with you, and he says, You did this, Captain. This was your fault.
Hey, Atlas, we all knew what we were walking into. You put yourself in that situation. I don't see how that was something that I made you do.
It should have been you. And now, you deserve everything that's coming to you.
I can't necessarily disagree with that.
As he says that, reality kind of like breaks back into around you. It's almost like this like frame of the glass over your view had like shattered and fallen before you, and you're looking around and the ship's back to normal and everyone's on deck doing their same thing, and Damien's just standing next to you.
Is he still sweaty?
Doesn't seem sweaty.
You
You can respond now.
you okay, Damien?
Oh, certainly, Captain. I was just brushing my teeth.
Oh, of course. I'll be in my quarters for a moment. Gonna walk off and like.
What's the way I brush my teeth, Captain?
Wait, what'd you say?
Oh, was it the way I brush my teeth, Captain?
Well, couldn't you do it in the washroom like everyone else? I couldn't help but stare. That's my fault. I'm sorry. I shouldn't make you shouldn't have to change what you do because my eyes wander.
Okay. With that, that's your last day on the lake, and you pull into dock at the lake city of Oakwhale. Can always trust Matt to break the tension after a serving bit.
Did I get the sense that anyone thought anything was off about me? Didn't seem like Damien did.
You don't get the sense that anybody noticed that you had like this small little break.
It's almost as if time didn't pass while that was happening.
Seems so.
Oh, interesting. I always assumed they were like acid trips.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. When I
They
was
might
talking
be
out loud, were people
different.
going to be like, what's he talking about?
Damien would have heard the captain kind of muttering to himself.
Interesting.
Some time passed then?
Time had passed a bit, but
Just a tiny amount.
yeah.
Sort of accelerated.
Like an acid trip.
I don't know enough about acid to outside the movies to know for sure.
If only we had an expert in this chat who wasn't muted.
No.
I'm not convinced Taylor's here. I think he just popped in and...
I'm here. What? Sorry, I wasn't. I was.
What's acid like, Taylor? Mutes
Wait,
again.
why would I know that?
Dear FBI agent, I've never done acid. Nope, never.
Never.
Sincerely, Taylor G.
Never ever.
So as we're pulling into Oakwhale, so it's just remind me history wise. So it was a Taxby city that was essentially conquered by the Tieflings and is now ruled by them. But
It wouldn't have been so much a city at the time as like just a small little settlement like on the lake, and then the Tieflings would have like
built it up,
taken over, burned down everything that was there before, and then built up a new town.
So it's essentially a Tiefling city.
Yeah.
That just
Very Tiefling.
is in
Built on Indian
Tabax.
burial ground.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
As
as
we're
you've
coming
gone-
in, what does the population look like? Is it like all Tieflings or?
It looks pretty much entirely Tiefling. You might see like a couple of exceptions, but pretty much everyone you see is got this like deep red and or maybe blue skin with large horns and demon tails. They don't seem to pay much mind that an Agrian ship is pulling in, but you're still flying the Agrian flag, right?
Mhm.
I don't think you have it. Yep.
Also, would I have had time during the last couple days to sit down with the black orb?
I need to be alone with the orb.
Sponsor your orb.
I've been asking if anybody was doing things on the ship.
I didn't think about it until literally just now. It's
Do you want
fine.
to ponder? All right.
Do you want me to roll some checks for
Neither
pondering?
did Damien, apparently, so that's your answer. Damien did not think about it until he's like, you're pulling into Oakwhale, and he's like, fuck, I've had all this free time, I should have pondered my orb!
Instead, I was doing shit with turtles.
It is entertaining watching them go back and forth like that.
I like to think that we're trying to organize tortoise racing, but it's not taking on.
Should have been pondering.
The crew below deck has like the crew has almost been like fractured by this competitive argument between which tortoise is faster now, and it's become such a big deal to so many crewmates that you've had to break up like multiple fights over these illegal tortoise races that are going on below deck. All of the like management crew, so the five of you kind of pretend it's not real, and like you don't really notice it and let them do their thing, but sometimes it gets a bit hectic.
Damien's definitely Team Edward.
I think it's Team. You named them Inky, Blinky, and Pinky. I think.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds right.
Yogu is Team Inky for life.
Team Inky.
I'm guessing Pinky's the girl.
Pinky is the girl. Right.
Damien's Team Blinky.
Winky.
What names did we say? Inky, Pinky, and Blinky?
Yeah, Inky, Pinky, and Blinky. You don't have a fourth one, so you don't have a Stew or whatever the Stew, I think, is the fourth
I don't
ghost
think
in
it's
Pac-Man.
Stew.
What?
I don't think it's Stew.
Sue, like
Sue, yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna Google it.
It's Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Sue. Because it's like an off one at the end.
Correct.
Yeah. Alright. Inky, Blinky, Pinky, Clyde.
Clyde! Didn't see that coming. Okay, you pull into the Tiefling docks, and the dockmaster approaches you and asks you normal dockmaster questions like,
Do you trade turtles?
"What is your business in what is your business in this city?" And dock fees are 150 gold per night, and blah 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 blah.
What if we leave before nighttime?
What is this face you're making at me?
150?
That is a lot of money.
We'll park in the river. It's fine. There's no through traffic.
Walk.
There's no through traffic.
We're just gonna park in a way that it takes up like the horizontal river, like just park like a dick. Take up 2 parking spaces of the river.
Wait, no, Yogu has a way with words. Yogu will convince the man.
What does Yogu say to this man?
You, horned man.
You, a horned creature.
Yogu says that we must stay. We will stay in the dock for half the cost that you're asking.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
At disadvantage.
Pure charisma. Double 20s. Come on.
I want to do something risky, but I don't know if it's a good idea.
Risk it for the biscuit.
It sounds fun.
It could cause a lot of problems, but
I
Yogu
don't know
wants
if I should remind you or not of the awesome thing you got last session.
Oh.
The ship in a bottle?
the ship in the bottle.
As long as everyone.
But then we'd have to offload all
We
our
get-
whole crew.
Yeah, we have to
In our
put up in a
turtles.
hotel.
We have to put up our turtles.
We'd spend more money in like fees for.
Wait,
I'd like to
putting them
ask
all up
how
in
much is it
places.
to dock our
It's all
crew
less.
for the night?
okay.
Can we just
Yeah,
tie the
they're
crew up
cool.
to the dock?
It'll be to dock the crew. Just the crew.
Let's go shop around hotel prices. Just circle the lake while we're asking.
Okay, I want to cast Charm Person. on him.
Okay. Let me read charm.
I meant like you. Ka.
While you do this.
No, I just want to I imagine that's how this spell looks. Like, it's all hypnotic, and you just like kind of.
Alright.
I can. If he beats it, he's
Well,
gonna know
even after a
I'm
couple
getting
minutes, he's gonna know too.
DC 15.
Oh, an hour.
Does he know that he's been?
The creature knows it was charmed.
Would being charmed
Charmed by Yogu's good looks.
as under duress for a
Let's just take him
contract?
hostage.
Oh, Jesse's. His back row,
Oh no, his
once
margin.
again. Somebody
Yeah, you guys
screenshot
were all dropping in and out. I can still hear
Ah,
you,
damn.
but it's very robotic.
Oh,
I was on the phone with
Yeah, we're the ones.
AT&T for like 45 minutes. And they had me reset a whole bunch of things, so I'm really hoping it fixes some stuff. But I mean, cross my fingers, hasn't dropped yet. It just got really, really slow. So I guess we'll find out.
Uh, uh, leans in with his "the rent is too damn high." Yogu will confuse you or whatever, and if he meets the save, he beats it right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does he
I don't know if this
say-
was a good idea. It's got to beat a 15.
it's all good.
He rolled a 15, so.
Damn it.
Kill him.
Your attempt to charm him.
Murder.
The charm creature.
Look, we can just say we're
He's just gonna go ahead and turn to of the three human-looking things. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna turn to Damien, who's probably standing close by, and say, "What is your pet doing?"
He seems to think he has powers of persuasion. Don't mind him. It's just the, he's kind of got the crazy eyes. It's a thing. We try not to bring it up. It's offended. Just don't look into his eyes.
I imagine Yogu's face is still like smeared with that like that soot or
He still hasn't washed it off.
whatever. Yeah.
Yogu doesn't seem like he bathes.
Roll persuasion at advantage.
Alrighty. Good thing.
What was your purpose in the quail again?
You know, as strange as it sounds, turtles.
I have a cousin that deals in turtle.
That is the dumbest thing.
No shit.
We don't trade in anything fancy, just the common calico tortoise. But do you know what kind of breeds your cousin trades in?
I'm not sure if he has tortoises, but I do know that he sells redback turtles and fucking trying to remember a name of a random species of turtle.
Snapping
turtle. I guess they're actually Oquell's a pretty desertous climate. In, so more tortoises than turtles. Not that this guy knows the difference.
Right, it's the same thing. That's the craziest thing. Where's your cousin trade out of?
Down in the market district, there is a pet shop, and he operates out of the back with the reptiles. I think he might have one or two of whatever this thing is with the weird eyes.
Wait, what?
We call it a chameleon. This is a very rare species. You know, when he's very afraid, he changes color to match his surroundings. It's truly a sight to behold. But given his size, he is rarely afraid. But we will have to consider trading him with a cousin for some of his tortoises.
Yes, where is this kin of yours?
He already said. As I said, it is in the market district. Actually, he would not respond to Yogo.
Yogu is a dirty animal.
Yogu is a filthy animal.
I didn't say that out loud.
It'd be pretty on character, though.
It would be pretty
Hey, Damien's getting better.
He really has.
getting better.
Baby steps, baby steps.
Damien only insults people's culture now, not their race. There is a difference. The Tabaxi aren't bad people because they're Tabaxi. It's because they're uncivilized savages. There is a difference.
The Tabaxi. Yeah. I really wish I didn't pick the two races that names start with T and put the make them so interconnected with each other. Because I keep wanting to call the Tieflings Tabaxi and the Tabaxi Tieflings. So. Two more. Move you guys over to this page. Or you will be in Oquail. Except imagine these are all T and not human. Good enough. Okay. You still have yet to decide how you're going to port here. Did you want to?
While I'm talking to the doc, sir, what are the prices on your hotel rooms?
We have a
Tavern
few
room.
in. We have a few inns. Around, typically, they range in price.
Oh. What are your cheapest accommodations? Sure.
As you say that, you see a few deckhands kind of look up at you. I think you might be able to get by for around 1 gold a night.
How much?
Around one
One?
gold a night.
Per
Per
or
person.
as a group rate?
Per group rate would be dependent on the size of your group.
Well, Damien's not the captain, so he doesn't know how big the group is.
This guy doesn't know that Damien's not the captain.
Well, Damien's just thinking to himself.
Because we have what, like 16 crew members, something like that.
That sounds right. I was gonna say 20. So a gold a night. It's still cheaper.
I want to say
But
you had 24 at one point, but you offloaded a couple of crew members.
I know one
After
died.
One did die. Dobby died.
Yeah.
Silas is still just
Pauses.
chilling. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You have 17.
17. It'll be 17 gold a night, which is way cheaper than, docking the ship, so. But, again, we can also just park it not in the dock, but elsewhere for free because we don't have to worry about through traffic.
You see...
I think as a power move, we park right in the middle of the lake.
Yeah, but they could also, attempt to raid the ship.
They could attempt to, but our crew has fended off many foe.
Ian,
Unsuccessful.
Ian, one of the one of your crew members kind of pops her head up and she says, Captain, I think this man is trying to speak for you.
Which fucking one's Ian? Is this the one that was with the one that I killed by cutting your clit off?
Oh my god.
Yes, she was actually the one.
That's what I wasn't sure.
That's exactly why I picked her. She has a grudge against you. Cut
Keep
off
down
the
below Dick Ian.
You know what you did.
You get the fuck back down there.
Captain. You say anything? Marty.
What?
Captain. Are you saying anything? Because I'm speaking kind of right now, but I mean, I'm fine with either.
They're making plans on where to dock, and Ian seems offended and wants a hotel room, and Damien does not seem to want to let her get a hotel room.
Ian's getting the fucking bed buggiest hotel room.
See Robert just sleeping outdoors. Why is everyone making such a fuss?
You will be sleeping outdoors.
Nickton chimes in and says, I would also like to sleep outdoors.
Which fucking was Nickton?
Okay, I'm just gonna pop you over to the ship page.
Thank you.
If you guys want to name the nameless crew, feel free.
Okay, Nickton.
Nickton is the orc.
Oh, well, yeah, I like Nickton. I don't know his name, but damn, he's a great HR rep.
Nickton, head of HR.
What's our
We've
HR?
established that previously.
We have established that. I forgot that we established that, and then you just threw that out of nowhere last session, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Wait, did we put the ship or no?
You're debating on how you're storing the ship right now. This is apparently the wall that I thought would take a few minutes and then get us to point A, and this is the conversation we're gonna have tonight.
Mean, you're the one who made the price too expensive.
It's true. I don't blame the dockmaster. I blame the DM.
Yeah, he doesn't have
the other DM.
The other DM.
Clever.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Yoko will find the best place to sleep outdoors. We can sleep for free.
Roger is staying completely out of this, is trying to basically stay not entirely unseen, but just like out of the way and not really like a main focal point. Considering
I feel like
his race.
I feel like the dockmaster's trying to swindle us. It may be the price of the dock, but I don't feel like there are enough ships coming through.
But that could be why the price is so high.
True. I'll tell you what, sir. You know, it doesn't seem like with this blockade you have going on, you can command too much of.
I don't know if they know about the.
They know about the blockade.
They do not know about that.
They don't know about the blockade.
Yeah.
Regardless, I don't think you are.
I'm sorry, did you just blockade?
Yes, we are blocking your docks right now.
I'm sorry, it is. I don't know how to do a Spanish accent.
You're
Jesus
fine.
Christ.
I thought it was Russian.
I know that's what makes it worse. I am sorry.
It's better.
I don't want to sound super racist.
I think even at this point,
As a DM,
as much as Roger wants to stay out of this, he would come up and without like making eye contact, just sort of like looking at this guy's shoes in sort of a very diminutive way, would say, you know, I think there's a language barrier here to a certain extent. What my fellow is saying is that there doesn't seem to be a lot of current business, and he seems to think that you are overcharging us to a certain extent, and lucky to be having our business considering the lack of other ships currently in your port. That, again, is just me translating. Like I said, there's a language barrier. He's an old worlder, and if you don't mind me saying, grew up in quite a different place.
That is true, Roger. This seems quite the podunk port.
Sir, you should not let your pet speak for you too much.
Now, step in your bounds, Mr. Master. Yogu is for certain a pet, but Roger,
What?
Roger is a valued member of this crew.
I was right to call you soft one.
You're soft, Yogu. Now, go eat some crickets. Man, I'm talking to you.
Do you see crickets? Where?
Over there.
Pulls out a laser pointer.
He pulls out a laser point. The Stockmaster seems to be getting kind of annoyed with you at this point.
Well, I'm getting kind of annoyed with the Dockmaster.
Well, I suppose you should dock somewhere else.
Yes, I suppose you should find somebody else to pay your exorbitant fee.
He turns away and starts walking away, and as you do, you notice on the back of this coat he's wearing a familiar-looking purple strip.
Can I roll history to remember what purple strip means?
Looks like fur.
See at the back. Ah, got it. Do I see anybody else watching?
I also would like to see if there is much of a
What am I rolling a wisdom save for? Hold on.
No, sorry, that was an accident.
Okay.
Damien, I think maybe Roger also wonders if we're able to kidnap this Stockmaster. Not kidnap. Sneak
Execute?
onto our ship and murder.
Sorry, yes.
They're different.
Wait, what if he's inspecting our boat right as we open the bottle? Our body.
That's true.
Fucking cruel.
We pay him.
Jesus.
We suck the ship in at the same time. We get the gold when we're leaving.
Yeah.
Doesn't it take like a minute for the ship to get sucked up, though?
Oh shoot, yeah.
That's why we tie him down to the ship.
Yeah, you just cut his hamstrings before you walk out of the boat.
Yeah. We do like a house of wax, cut his Achilles tendons, and he just falls over.
Okay. Is
Anyway.
this the gameplay? Jesus Christ!
How many witnesses are there on this dock?
It's a. You do notice. You were accurate to say that there aren't a whole lot of ships coming in and out, but you do notice a fair amount of dock workers and people from other lake fishermen and stuff, just kind of running through and doing their thing.
Well, fantastic. We'd be local heroes. These people wouldn't turn us in. They're being, held hostage by this dick.
I don't believe they'd see it that way.
Different opinions, Roger.
Roll insight, or anything that you can convince me with something. 15. You kind of get the sense locals might be paying a different fee.
Well, that's, racism Damien can allow, but being treated as an outsider for just the nationality of a man, now, that's cold. Does Damien think that a dock counts as a ship and that we could just suck up the dock?
Can we reduce the dock?
Can we shrink the dock?
Master Damien, I would just like to recommend that.
Hey, Master Damien!
Hey, Master Damien!
Hey!
I would just like to recommend that we not deal further with this insolent type. Let's just offload the personnel and put the ship in the bottle and be on our way.
You know, I have no problem with that, Roger, but while we're doing that, would you care to track his movements?
It would be my
Somebody have
pleasure.
Hunter's Mark?
I do not have Hunter's Mark.
Oh, so Damien's just continuing his racist, assuming that the Tabaxi can hunt.
I'm assuming he's stealthy enough to just tail him, find out where he's like working and living, and then we're gonna murder him.
I just saw the GIF.
I would like to do that. I'm pretty sure actually I have oh no, I don't have proficiency with disguise code. So I will just put on like a big cloak that like effectively will hide my form to the most part.
It has been mentioned enough that there are cloaks on the ship to where that's not. You can just assume you have like enough different kind of clothes to create a cloak or some kind of like hood or whatever.
Disguise.
I assume Atlas would have left some of his disguises on the ship.
He did not have a disguise. He had magic underwear.
Well, that's true. He had more underwear.
Yep.
He wanted magic clothes that were made of underwear for some reason. I'm gonna grab him another beer. I'll be right back.
So yes, I will disguise myself and stalk this guy through the dock.
And this is nobody thinks this counts as being murder hobos, right? This is us being treated unjustly, and we're getting revenge.
Us not paying for lodging and then murdering someone.
Yeah,
totally not murder hobo.
That's not murder hobo. That's being
Totally.
No, I'm going to recollect my
Pirates.
David
my fallen
definitely
brethren's fur.
David considers himself to be a privateer.
I'm a privateer in a crew of pirates.
So yeah,
You know, the queen of the king of New Agria has some favors to me.
Oh my
It would
god.
just be the king of Agria, wouldn't it?
Yes.
New Agria wouldn't have a king.
well, I mean, unless they're uprising.
There's actually a thing called the New Agrian Experiment where they're trying out democracy for the first time in.
It'll never
Yeah.
work.
But yeah, I would effectively like to disguise myself and follow this guy.
Right. I'll allow it. Anybody else want to do anything while Roger is?
And I give the bottle to Damien.
Damien knows what to do with the bottle.
Are you telling the whole crew to get off? As he's walking down the dock and he seems pretty done, you guys start offloading or like some of your crew starts popping off, and he says, you see him turn around and say like, "Well, so are you paying the fee or not?"
Does it look like we're paying your damn exorbitant fee? What's
Is it
this?
nighttime yet? No, yeah, just is it night yet? Like,
If
We're
you
not
aren't
staying
paying
there.
the fee, I must ask you to leave.
we'll
We
be
will
5
be. Just
minutes.
give us a minute.
You cannot
Nick,
enter
make
town.
sure everybody's
until
off the
you
ship.
pay.
Nick, make sure everybody's off the ship.
You Your crew is not allowed to come onto my dock without paying.
That is not the understanding I had here. I thought the fee was to be able to park our ship, and clearly we are not parking our ship here.
But it looks like you. It would look to me like you are parking your ship.
We're just doing some routine maintenance. Hazard lights are on.
I do not like the way your pets have spoken to me.
Well, I
Yogu
do
has
not.
been perfectly polite.
Silence,
As
pet. I do not like the way this priest pet has spoken to me.
So, as far as like the makeup of this dock, is it just one solid pier, or are there like, because like sometimes you'll have like the sort of main sort of deck where like shipping is, but then there's like also sort of like subsections like to the sides that are like lower or higher.
I'd say it's just like a single pier, or with like a bunch of like docks offshot of it. You're on like a straight stretch, or like a little small strip, like the little small. I don't know what they're called, but the small strip that connects to the main artery that would take you down to like the actual pier.
So almost like we're in a singular slip. So there's no real effective place to hide and or break line of sight here.
Pretty much not. No. I mean, you could jump in the water.
I don't want to get wet.
Charlie?
Roger doesn't like water.
I can't swim.
You do know what I'm talking about, though, where there's like sometimes like different because of the different heights of ships and stuff.
I think I do.
Okay.
But on this particular dock, you don't have a whole lot of ways that you would be able to break line of sight.
Gotcha. Okay. I will let them continue doing what they're doing.
Put Roger in small, in large. Yogu? No. Other way around.
Could Yogu in small, in large, Roger?
Mm.
Great
Do you
question.
want him smaller or bigger?
Smaller. Like, would smaller Roger be able to sneak better? But that's, I don't know. I'm sucking up the ship while I assume Nick Dim got everybody off. Can I do a counting
while
check?
you guys were trying to like unload, this guy, the dockmaster, seems to be not okay with you guys getting off or like unloading without paying his fee, and is increasingly offended at the boys, your pets, as he refers to them as.
The boys.
Sorry, I didn't know the word I was picking there.
Hey,
Just
boy!
suck up the ship and let's get out of here.
I assume. So I'm going to try to negotiate with him for a full minute while the ship's being sucked up. Is that something I could try to pull off?
Roll persuasion. Or, it'd be like, it'd almost be sleight of hand, like,
Could
or
it be
deception,
like a
deception.
performance or deception? Yeah, deception.
Performance or deception. Performance or deception.
I don't like either of those. Can I do persuasion?
Performance or perception.
Did you say perception?
Performance or deception. Deception. Deception, not perception.
Come on, I need to win.
Not bad.
You kind of like flail your hands around and walk up to him. I imagine Damien would kind of put his arm around him and turn him away from the ship while you're having this conversation. And go on.
So, we don't... We can't...
You gotta sell it, too.
Right, of course. You know, the fee seems a little bit too high, and our captain doesn't speak the best common, so I'm speaking for him. Now, we might be able to do the docking fee, but that would also mean we are going to starve to death while we're in the city. So how about if you cut us a deal, we might also... How do I want to phrase this? Could you help me phrase this real quick? Just the words aren't coming into my mind.
You're gonna turn around and be like, "Oh, where'd the boat go?"
What is the word for like? You know, we don't spend as much money, but you also get money. It's on the tip of my tongue. You know,
I don't know. Is this
save money?
custom?
Hold on. I'm trying to think of the word. We spend less money, and we line your pockets with money that otherwise would go to some other person who is not you. Jeez. Hold on. I'm going to come up with this word. Has it been a minute yet?
It's been about a minute. As you're saying this, and he's getting annoyed because he clearly knows the word you're trying to come up with, and he's not willing to say it, and he kind of turns over and he's like, "I think your ship has abandoned you."
Oh my god! While we were off of it, what kind of port of thieves and it must be wild. Well, anyways.
It does not seem that he noticed. He turns to you and he says, well, if you're in need of a ferry back to the mainland, or if you are in need of a ship, I certainly know where I can hook you up with one. Perhaps even some work to recoup any losses that your other captain clearly has not concerned themselves with your well-being.
Well,
I'd say it seems they've offloaded some of your pets as well.
Well, can we go back to your office to discuss this? I would love to find out more details on
Okay.
on some odd jobs and but perhaps we can discuss some lucrative work that I might be able to help you with down here at the docks.
Right this way, he says, and he guides you to his place, to his office.
So I want to put an arm around his shoulder so he, to keep him from looking behind us while, I assume Roger's going to be tailing us.
Oh, 100%.
Alright, so Roger's tailing you. You do notice some of your crew getting strange looks from the dock workers. Or at least Bungus and Perlin would notice this. And Yogu would definitely notice this, considering he's getting some of those strange looks, although he might not be as perceptive.
Yogu's too busy, with those crickets that were pointed out earlier.
Oh, true. I was like, how can Yogu not be perceptive? The eyes are on the side of his head.
Yogu is crawling around on the floor of the dock, chasing against a cricket. River, the tabaxi lady, is just kind of standing there, and then you notice the goblins and the orcs, and your hobgoblin. And Vund, I think Vund is also a lizard folk. Vund needs...
What? I talk to a cricket to Vund.
In these trying times.
Would you like a cricket in these trying times?
Vund, bites your fingers while he's taking the cricket.
Does he take one off? Or
No, he just, nibbles at them a bit, and you manage to like pull your fingers away quick enough.
Do lizard folk fingers regrow?
They would know about dwarves, and they would treat you like people, which is more than most of the rest of the crew. At least half of one. Yeah, so mostly just like the general New Worlders from your ship are getting some interesting
Some
looks.
dirty look.
Yeah.
Perlin, maybe we should look after the crews. Then
Yeah.
Rivaldo seems to be happy and just kind of happily
actually
strolls into town.
I feel like this is how Damien becomes captain again, because he's kind of off doing captainly duties. So I feel like maybe you, the captain, should tag along with him.
Did he already leave? Or...
Yeah, he's in the
they already went off
in the office with the dockmaster, with Roger kind of like peeking around the corner.
That we should.
Yeah, we'll get to me in a second.
We should find lodging for the crew, I guess. Unless we're sleeping outside like Yogu wanted us to.
How well is this town able to accommodate our crew?
He said that there was a place that would do a golden night.
It has a few rooms.
I suppose you guys would be looking around. I'm back to this map because I hope we won't need to remember names. God, there's so many to give names and characters to. Why did I give them all names? So as Bungus and Perlin, you two would kind of like stroll into town with the specific looking for inns. You'd notice most of the signs are written in Infernal, and maybe a couple of them have like common scribbled underneath. And eventually you'd notice a sign or two. Actually, yeah, Bungus would know Infernal, so with Bungus's help, you'd be able to point out any signage that would say like "Tourists welcome" or "Welcome to the sparkling gem on the lake." Blah blah blah. And one sign in particular would guide you to a district of town where there would be a good amount of inns to sleep in. And when you get to that district, you'd notice there's about 5 inns all on the same street, 3 on one side, 2 on the other. 2 of them look really, really fancy. One looks almost like a stable, more of it than an inn, but is it's got a building and there's a roof, and you can see that it is pretty long, so seem to have a good amount of beds. And then the other 2 look more like moderate places.
I assume there's some variation in price.
Potentially. Which inn would you like to check out?
Captain, it's up to you, but I think we should go for the moderate one.
Yes, okay.
I think the crew deserves a good night rest.
You know, Damien's not there, but Ion should get a crappy room.
Yeah, we'll check this place out first, and if it's crappy, then only Ian will stay here. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I feel like
you guys should like Ian. She helped you throw a mutiny.
100%. But Damien doesn't like her for reasons.
I don't feel like spending a lot of time scoping these out, so if this one seems okay, we're just gonna go with it.
Okay.
I'll walk
If we don't spend, if we don't feel like spending a lot of time on this, the kicker here is the.
I'm saying Perlin doesn't want to go hotel shopping.
Yeah, as you guys like ask around, you realize that the fancier inns are about 5 gold a night. The moderate inns are about 2 gold a night, and then the cheap inn is 1 gold a night. However, your New Worlder crew don't seem to be welcome at any of them except the cheap.
Oh, only the cheap one?
Specifically for like some of your crew could stay in the nicer inn, but
to be fair, Yogu would like the bugs. It's not necessarily a worse room for him.
It's just a free meal.
So
Complimentary breakfast.
What?
All did it. Space is not an issue. I assume we could all.
Space is not an issue in any of them. Okay. They all have at least 17 rooms available.
Well, I am just going to give all the crew a 1 gold allowance. They can use it to stay wherever they choose. If they want to subsidize or supplement it themselves, then they can do that.
A 1 gold allowance a day?
So give them like 5 gold because we're going to be out and back.
It's their per diem.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming you'll be out and back in 5 days.
We won't.
Never know. I have no idea how far this is. How far do we think that we will travel? It would take because we would know because we talked to Timber.
You have a bit of an idea that it's probably a 4 days journey on foot.
There.
What about on a horse? Because I got my horse off the fucking ship.
You would have gotten your horse off the fucking ship. Damien is so at least somebody. Probably that's how Perlin and Bungus were getting around, is riding around on the horse that you stole from Kensington. What is this horse's name?
Regret, obviously.
Seabiscuit. Get it?
Because we're pirates.
Because
have to.
Yeah.
Oh, are we naming it Seabiscuit? Because it was Regret.
I forgot it.
Is Nickton here right now?
Nickton would probably be here.
What does the head of HR think the horse's name should be?
I was going to ask the head of HR, as an HR expert, is the custom here to make people fill out expense reports or to give them per diems? You need to be getting your receipts.
Too real. Too real.
To be expensing them.
Are these legitimate expenses?
I assume expense reports would be more standard.
Oh.
Okay. Make sure everyone knows to get their receipts. We're going to be having a lot of paperwork to do, Nickton.
Absolutely.
Does the crew have enough gold to accommodate themselves?
How much gold was on the ship?
Well, they can put it on the company card.
Actually, the crew's reserves of gold were on the ship, so they're now in the
I'm
bottle.
opening a tab. I'm going to go to every place of business in town and tell them that Billie Eilish is opening a tab, and just let
the Missy Elliott, actually, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Missy Elliott is opening a tab, and everyone in my crew is allowed to charge it. Ooh.
Okay. You have around 2,000 gold stored on the ship right now,
That
but it's in
seems
the
dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we're also privateers. What are they gonna fucking do? Send the town guard after us?
I mean, they could.
We have the boat.
They could.
I am a little worried that we're going to come back and the crew are going to be destitute, and they'll be like, yeah, they didn't trust us that we were good for it.
I'm more worried that they're going to be in prison. Or, like, slaved off.
Okay.
Or we're going to be broke.
As one of the New World races.
So do we take everybody with us into the desert and then just, like, take the ship out of the bottle every time we want to rest at night, and we just rest inside the, ship in the middle of the desert?
We could do that.
It might not be really good for the ship.
What'd you say?
I don't know how good that would be for the ship.
Oh, terrible.
Wait to do it.
Take it out of the bottle every night when you need a place to rest.
Oh.
Just like
Yeah.
like the scene from Pirates of the Caribbean where it's just like in the sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now.
Could I conjure
Maybe if you
crabs?
find enough
and we-
crabs.
And we sail the crabs.
Yeah.
Could I conjure crabs to do that?
Can you conjure? How many fucking crabs can you conjure? Hold on.
Can you conjure a sea of crabs?
Can you conjure
I could-
1,000 or like?
I could conjure
20,000
8 crabs and then enlarge them.
Oh, you could only enlarge one crab.
That'll be the king crab.
But if you cast it at level 9, could you enlarge 8 crabs?
I actually don't know. I don't know if large.
I did not expect the town to take this long.
This is the kind of mood we're in.
I guess. I've been trying to give you guys combats, and you've like ignored all of my combat shit.
Who needs
True.
combat when we have shenanigans?
Actually, yeah, we haven't had combat. in a
Diplomacy prevails.
Yeah, I know. Diplomacy. The peace was an option last time.
We're doing a pacifist run on this campaign.
Apparently.
Except for me and Roger, we're gonna murder a guy.
Oh, this guy's about to die 100%. So
It's not even gonna be like a quick death. It's gonna be like we're gonna beat him up and skin him, but he's still gonna be alive.
Well, here's his token. I'm just gonna slap it on this map for you.
So
this is what this guy looks like.
Oh, we can take him.
oh, just fur trimmed
Okay.
fucking. Oh, I'm so pissed.
It didn't register to you until he turned around and you saw like the ears sticking off the like his hood.
Are we at the dock yet, or in like the dockmaster's?
You have been
Obvious-
in the Dockmasters thing. I would like to figure out what the fuck we're doing with the crew. And
Oh, sure.
Is it completely airless in the bottle?
I think we'll be gone
Completely.
5 days.
Could we put air in the bottle?
It is a 4-day journey there, so it'd also be a 4-day journey back, likely.
So we'd leave them for
I'd
like
give him
8
10
to 10
days.
This
days.
is
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah,
It's 100. It's only 170 gold. It's not that much.
Yeah, 10
Why?
days. They have to stay in the
Well,
The
but they need to
$1
eat
one.
too.
Okay.
Does the gold cover their food? The 1 gold or whatever.
Did we not?
It would not cover their food.
Let's go back out to the dock, unload the millet.
Everyone carry a barrel of millet around.
This is your rations
This
for
is
the
your
week.
food.
This is your food for the week. Just
I mean, they should have
slap
enough
the fucking-
pocket. They
millet.
should have enough pocket money to. I mean, you could probably leave like so. It's 170 gold, let's say, to put them up for 10 days. You leave them an additional 30 gold to feed themselves during that time. Anything
Each
else
or
they can
total?
expend. No, total.
Is that
Food's
enough?
not that expensive.
I would say just double your 170 to 340. And that's probably a safer option.
I mean,
Our pro-
have money.
So that's
will
2
probably-
gold.
We will probably
That's
make
2
this
gold
gold.
per crew per day. And that should be enough to cover lodging and food.
Wait, if we're making them,
Are we going to be able to deduct prostitutes from our expenses for the year? That's the real
Yeah.
question.
We can write that off on taxes. Don't worry about it. I know a guy.
It's considered meals and entertainment,
Yeah.
so 50%.
All right. So 340. Can we
I'd say 340.
can we
I'll
retcon and say we took it from the ship, or do you want us to split it up out of our pocket change?
I could.
I'd say split it up out of your pocket change.
Yeah.
Because nobody thought to take it out of the ship.
Since I'm the captain and I have access to the ship's purse, I can just front the money and then repay myself afterwards.
Perfect.
That's fair.
Actually, the quartermaster has access to the ship's purse.
Am I? Wait.
Who is the quartermaster?
That
We
would
have
be
a
Damien.
Is Damien the quartermaster?
Damien is the quartermaster.
Does Damien have 340 gold?
He does.
Perfect.
But right now he's trying to murder a dockmaster, so this will have to be taken care
Grab a
of
hard
later.
bargain, Damien. I guess you can front the money.
That's true.
I mean, we're probably gonna make this money back on this trip. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
we're going
think about
to
how much
attempt
money's in a dockmaster's house.
All right, so let's just. Why don't we
I
just?
know you were probably joking. If we're giving the money up front, are they actually going to do expense reports, or are they just keeping any extra money left over?
They're pirates.
They are pirates.
They're gonna come up with a
This
workshop
money is
on
gone
Thursday.
as soon as we hand it to them. Some of them are
Now
probably
we're
going to
paying
choose
for
to.
these rooms on the.
Go ahead.
You go.
Okay, I was
After
saying
you.
some of them are probably going to choose to not eat and or sleep in the gutter some nights in order to spend that money somewhere else.
You know what? That's fine. If that helps our crew's morale, thinking that they scammed the captain a little bit, does not cost us that much.
All right. In the interest of
I
time,
think their morale was injured after being continuously referred to people as pets to appease the.
Now, I will be a little annoyed if one of them sleeps in the gutter and gets like a weird rash, and now we've got to deal with that.
Yeah, anybody who sleeps in the gutter has to
speak
sign a
into
waiver that they're not
existence,
taking
Marty.
6 days.
Oh, shoot, that's right. Forgot we live in a world where God's listening to us for ideas.
all right. In the interest of time, can we just say that Perlin fronts the money and Damien will cover it later?
Reimburse them.
Okay. Berlin fronts the money. You guys are good. You guys are trying to kill this guy.
So as
Honestly,
Damien,
I just want to get into the desert, but okay.
well, it'll be quick. As
For sure.
Damien goes in, can I just like sort of peek around, see if there's like windows or a back entrance, real quick?
There would be windows. However, all the windows would be kind of on the water.
Okay. Then I will stand by the door, listening and keeping an eye out. And when it sounds like they're sort of in mid-conversation, and when there's a chance where it looks like no one is really watching the door, I would like to go inside.
Now, do you happen to have, I've seen something akin to a job board, a job bulletin board in other places. Now, do you have something similar here down at the docks, or is it just you hear about things from, how do you find out about jobs? Do I need to wear a suit?
Well, we actually have a couple of jobs.
Jobs?
He might be Australian now. Well, we might have a couple of jobs right now. Last I heard, some guy had lost. Some guy had lost a bit of his. What's the word?
Penis.
Booty. Fucking
Oh.
like cargo. Some guy had lost a bit of his cargo on one of the islands on the inlet on the way in from the river, and why did I just not make all the tieflings Australian to begin with? This is so much easier.
I think it works.
Well, like you say, I was mostly worried about all the cargo that was lost on one of those islands. But to my understanding, he was attacked by some creature on the lake that might have thrown a bit of the cargo onto the island.
That's insane. What kind of creature was it?
Damn pussy didn't describe it to me.
Isn't
Said
that
it was
the way
some
you
kind
go?
of eldritch horror beyond beyond what the Nine Hells could ever imagine.
Well, that's saying something. Now, this is going to be offensive. Was he describing you?
Well, and now I know how humans are with us, but that's not quite what I think he meant.
Is Roger going to try to garrote him?
So my question is, so I looked for an opportunity when people weren't going to be sort of paying attention, and I'd like to slip in the door. Hopefully also avoiding the the Dockmaster's attention for as much as possible as I rapidly approach him.
You're slipping in the door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's kind of facing the door.
Okay,
Oh, is
well,
he facing the door?
so I guess the
24 skull, he does not see.
yeah, well, okay. So what I'm saying is like I guess my stealth is sort of like to not only sort of slip in without people seeing me, but
So
also to make
I'll
it
say he's, like,
inside
the door
without
is
immediately.
So the door's kind of ajar right now. It's not like fully open, but it's open enough to where you might be able to slip through without even like moving the door open even more. And he's also like sitting at his desk, which is obscuring the bottom half of the door, so you could like crawl and he wouldn't see you.
All right, so I will slink in, quietly shutting the door behind me. And then I will approach the desk and just launch myself over, just two-hand attacking with scimitars, just going full fucking ape shit at this guy's face.
Okay, roll an attack.
So would this be considered surprise, where I would have advantage?
Yeah, it's a surprise. It's a surprise. You have advantage. Roll an attack on advantage.
All right, so
One odd hit.
attack at advantage, and I have sneak attack. So I just make sure I click all my right shit. So at advantage. Here we go. Oh my god, a 15.
15 hits.
Alright. It's gonna be 17 points of damage on the first attack.
All right. Do you have another attack?
I do.
All right, go for it.
A 25.
45 hits.
Man, God, one more. Just one more. So no sneak attack, but so another 4 points of damage. So a total of 21.
20 will do it. You leap up over the desk and you kind of like swing with your first sword and get about like halfway through his neck, and then you like swing around with the other sword and cut the other half. And like as your swords like like you kind of pull your swords out, his head just kind of flops, like starts bending over, and you see this, and then you hear like a as like his head just kind of like snaps the little strand of skin holding it together, and falls off.
I would like to quickly grab his body and sort of hold it and sort of try to like position it so he's not bleeding onto his fur.
Okay.
Or onto the fur. And I'm gonna strip this motherfucker, like, super quick. Just, like, not a fucking care in the world, just getting this off of him.
While he's doing this, can I be searching the Harbor's Master's office for gold,
looking for?
like for gold from like other
You find a safe. It seems to be locked.
Probably should have asked him for code.
It looks like there's a key.
Are there? Oh, excellent. I grab the key and I use it on the safe.
I'm currently, like, stripping his armor off.
Like, when you say the key, you mean the key, right? Okay. You nodded yes. I didn't hear you, but you nodded. So
I mean,
I
you
said
could
it
ask
quietly on purpose.
You could ask
Damien
me to
definitely,
see if
like,
there was
wills
a.
into his-
I would say you could ask me to see if the key is in his pocket.
This is easier.
I mean, I'm not paying attention to
All right.
anything you're doing. I'm focused entirely on what I'm doing.
How I missed you.
as you put the safe in, Perlin and Bungus, you two are kind of just walking the streets, talking with your crew, discussing their expense reports or whatever.
No, that's not how I imagined it. I'm sorry. That's not what I
No, how do you imagine you two do
Oh.
right now in this
I
moment?
want to clear all this with Nickton first, make sure that I'm not running afoul of any labor laws. I'm going to gather the whole crew together and be like, all right, guys, you've been working so hard. You decided we're all taking a lake house vacation on this lake. And you guys are all getting a 20 gold bonus.
As soon as you say the 20 gold bonus sentence, you and Bungus both feel this striking pain in your right arms that brings you to the ground. Damien.
Oh, man.
Owie.
Like specifically like from their tattoos.
Yeah, from their like marks that they have on their arms. Roll a d6, both of you.
Me?
Not Damien.
Oh.
Perlin, you take 5 damage. Bungus, you take 1.
Ow.
Damien, you kind of like feel this pain when you turn it, and like as you turn it, your vision goes dark, and you're in that place again. This familiar cave. The figure's not there anymore. You're just kind of looking around for a second, and you see this door and the keyhole in the door, and like the keyhole appears to be getting larger and slowly like encompassing the entirety of the cage until it encompasses the part you're standing on. And as soon as it encompasses that, everything goes dark. And then you come out of it and the safe opens. Also roll a D100.
Is that a D100? Well, I guess it'll just roll both, yeah.
All right.
How much is in the safe?
How much is in the safe? You find
I'm confused. Why did I get a sharp pain and then we? Then
you got a sharp. He just used the key.
Oh.
Yeah.
You need to finish my speech to the crew, but I can.
Okay.
Sorry.
Writhing on the ground, you're like, ah! Just in the middle of it, and then you kind of just snap out of it, and you're like, oh. Well, anyway, back to the crew thing. Damien, you find 900 gold pieces in his safe.
Now, Raja, hide the body in the safe.
I did not imagine it that big.
Oh, is it like a tinier safe?
You could get the head in it.
I'm not opposed.
Oh no, we put the head in the safe, and you said there are windows that sort of face the water, right?
Right.
I would like to look out the window and see if I can see anyone watching.
Also, Damien, what did you just say?
Oh, I was gonna. So what I was gonna say was, I'm not opposed to the head in the safe, but also, are there any I want to grab any documents that were in the safe, just in case.
Okay. Well, as you're doing this, do you say anything specifically to Roger?
It'll be a great revenge if we put the head in the safe.
I just kicked the head over towards him.
Roger, you don't kick the head over towards him just yet, because he did not just say words to you. He just turned to you and said,
Amazing.
I just sort of look up at him.
He does not seem to be capable of normal human speech right now.
Gotcha. I just sort of look up at him and squint, and see him sort of just talking and sort of gesturing at the safe, and I'm just like, what? Like I honestly don't care, and I just look down. And I'm like, well, the only thing that's going to fit in there is the head. So I will still kick the head over towards him and just basically ignore everything else he's doing. Assuming he wants something to put in the safe. Because I don't think he's really on the same page I am, being as brutal about this. So I think it's more impactful than it actually is.
I want to put a gold piece in the Dockmaster's mouth. And then lock the fucking safe.
So as I look out the window, I'm trying to find a a clear spot to sort of toss him in the water, and also if there's anything I can tie to him to sink the body that's in the safe, or not in the safe, but in the room.
There's probably a couple of anchors lying around that you could strap him
Perfect.
to.
Yeah, so I wait until it seems like there's a clear opening, and then I just toss that shit out the window and let that bitch sink.
Right. Back to Perlin. You're recovering, both you and Bungus recovering from your sudden sharp pains. What were you saying?
Sorry, I have an old injury flares up. As I was saying, your bonus, don't spend it all in one place. You will be responsible for your lodging and food.
Some of the crew just kind of nods, and you get the sense that not all of them entirely understood what you were saying.
Oh boy, I wonder what's gonna happen while we're gone. I'm gonna tell Nickton like, you make sure you try to keep them all informed on how this can work. I don't want anyone to be destitute.
You can rely on me, Captain.
Perfect. More paperwork, the better. Remember that.
Right. Paperwork. Because Nickton is totally literate.
Wait.
Hey.
Just imagining he scribbles. He's like, you too.
We all know HR stands for has read.
Yes. It's something.
I did not say Nickton wasn't literate. I just said he's probably not the most literate of everyone else.
I
All
just
right.
like the idea of him handing in like blank sheets of paper, and he's like, "I got everyone's signature."
So I assume this is happening in like the small lobby of the shitty hotel. That as you guys are sitting in, you're like you can smell the animal feces outside, and some of the crew is just kind of like poking around the hotel, and like one might pull on like a curtain, and the curtain just immediately like falls off, and then like the curtain actually shatters because it's like so crusty or whatever.
Is Dobby here?
Dobby.
That feels like a scam. You set that up to fall and break, didn't you? Which crew member broke it?
One of the goblins. Not Olzok, but one of the other goblins.
Each one loses a hand, no exceptions.
Each one loses. Jesus. This is how we pay you back for your curtain. All right. So after your speech, I assume you and Bungus and Vogu and anyone else, you can take a couple more people if you want, who want to like come with you. But Roger, Damien, you guys are probably trying to get the fuck out of that place to not attract suspicion, and you meet back up at the hotel.
Is there just real quick, is there a fireplace in this building? I assume, I mean, at some point it would have to get cold. You'd have to heat the little...
There would be a
lodge.
fireplace, yeah.
I will burn...
It would get cold pretty much every night.
Yeah, so I'll just say a couple of quiet words and start a small fire and burn the armor. I mean, just still in the fireplace, not burning the place down, but just burn the armor.
The smell of burning hair fills the room. And
Bruce.
the hotel owner gets kind of mad at you and kind of starts shooing you away from the fireplace with a broom, specifically.
No, I meant in the Dockmasters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can do that. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were saying
No, and then as soon as that's as soon as that's on and like on flames, I assume we would just leave and meet up with everyone else.
Right. You leave, you meet up with everyone else. Are you guys,
Hey, Captain, you ready to head into the desert?
I'm assuming he's saying that to the party, not necessarily.
Yeah.
You
You guys.
I assume everything I say is backwards.
Yeah, for 1 hour, sure.
Are you one of Floop's flukels?
I don't know if Floop's
Floop is an admin. Help us, save us.
I need the VHS player. Yeah. Have you ever seen Spy Kids?
Mhm.
Oh, it's been a while.
The thumb people.
Once they get, no, not them. Once Floop would
Yeah,
transform into a flugel.
You-
The thumb people didn't talk.
Yeah, the Floop. They like drew the kid like drew his like imaginary flugel and they turned his dad into it.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
but
right.
then they could only talk in reverse. And I was like,
That's pretty
how
cool.
does that make sense? Because how far ahead does their brain jump when reversing it? Apparently, when they say Floop is a madman, help us save us, they start from the very beginning or the end and say it backwards. Like if they're going to say a whole paragraph, do they start at the end of the paragraph? I don't know. It's food for thought.
What a trippy movie.
Yes.
Totally forgot about that.
Did you know
one?
that in the video for Amish Paradise, Weird Al had to learn an entire like verse of that song backwards, like phonetically, to make that video?
I didn't know that. Wow.
Because there's like a part of that video where everything's played in reverse, but it looks like he's moving normally, so he has to sing it backwards to make his lip movements match.
Wow.
Anyway,
Into the desert.
as you guys are approaching the edge of town, you would see
I'm
a
already
guy.
like a Dobby situation while we're gone, but I'm just getting that out there. Like one of the crew members is going to be really dumb, I'm sure.
I assume you guys took the ship, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're not leaving the ship with them.
Someone's going to be in prison. I need to quit saying things.
To be fair, they're probably gonna
to make things happen when you say them.
no, for sure. You're gonna speak into existence. On the other hand, I feel like the fact that we're like the news people that came to town, it's like, and the harbor master just happened to disappear. I don't know. I think somebody's gonna notice something after a day.
He had a drinking problem.
Yeah, someone's going to blow all their money on like beer or prostitutes or something.
Somebody's not gonna blow their money on that. Somebody's definitely gonna blow their money on that.
As you're walking out into the desert, there's a man who's sitting on the outskirts of town, and he's like, "You guys going out?" He's clearly running a little stand, and he offers a hat off, like up to you, like almost like a Japanese rice hat, specifically to like block the heat.
How much?
I don't remember the relation rate of copper and silver, but 1 gold for 5, basically.
It's 10 and 10. So 10 coppers, 1 silver, 10 silvers, 1 gold.
2 silver each.
Damien flips him 2 silver.
Yeah, I'd buy one too. Does he
Yo,
seem to like
what-
have a problem with New Worlders in particular?
This guy in particular doesn't seem to care much.
I feel like you're trying to trick me into losing my captainship.
You don't have to buy one.
Like, here, would you hold my hat for me? Let me try this on.
We come back and he's mutinied the crew.
You go back and this guy is captain now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd buy a hat.
Goku will buy a hat too.
Bungus buying a hat?
Yes.
Great.
And Perlin already has a hat.
Everybody-
He doesn't need a hat.
Yeah. Everybody except Perlin bought a hat. Perlin already has his hat. And you guys start trekking out into the desert. It's a red desert. The soil is still got a little bit of nutrients in it. There are patches of things growing everywhere. Hope you guys brought enough water.
for your journey.
Oh,
Uh,
we didn't talk about that.
That won't be a
just stated
problem.
We did.
do you have create water? Oh, okay.
Yogu can
Yeah,
make
you're fine.
water.
Roger would know that too, so Roger's not worried.
You guys are following trail out that you recognize and remember. And while you're going through the desert, you'd see a lot of interesting creatures pass by. At one point, you would see this large I don't know how to describe it. It would almost look like a bear in the distance, but you could see it like eating one of the bushes, and it would have this really big, like, black nose. I can only imagine Yogu would see it and be like, meat, and then like try to run it down or whatever.
Could eat for days with this thing.
Like a giant anteater?
Like one of those things with the little elephant trunks. I forget what those things are called.
No, those are tapirs. It looks like this.
Tapirs.
I wrote it on.
Ah.
It's a giant wombat, basically.
Okay.
I am gonna say you guys would be able to hunt and kill it fairly effortlessly, and
Yogu would like
that would Yogu would be very happy with that.
Yogu would be very happy with that.
And at the and after you hunt and kill it, you'd probably set up camp for the first night.
Who's watching the
anything you wanna do?
turtles?
Yeah, wait.
I can only assume one of the more invested turtle racing crew would be watching the turtles right now.
Holes that.
True, we could trust him with anything. As long as it's not keeping
Hold up.
secrets.
While you're set up camp, you hear some of the dirt around you. You can hear like dirt shifting under you as you're laying down to sleep for this night.
Does my
Perhaps there are.
sword light up at all?
Sword does not light up.
Okay.
You don't sense it's dangerous, but you get the sense that there might be something under the soil.
Would Yogu know if it's some kind of animal?
Roll nature or history.
Does anybody in the party look like Kevin Bacon?
Kevin Bacon.
Tremors?
Are they giant worms by chance?
You, Yogu, have heard about a type of lizard. Very large type of lizard that has been referred to as the sandfish. Sandfish are a real thing. You can look them up, but they're not very big. This one, in this world, you know sandfish to be very large creatures that are like really good at moving around in sand and moving under the soil.
They're kind of cute. I looked up a picture of one. Yoga will let everyone know that it's no threat. I assume. I guess.
With a 16, Yogu has the thought that sandfish are really, really fast in the desert. You might be able to capture one and get there faster.
Wait, we could ride the sandfish?
You might be able to ride the sandfish or maybe create like a small raft or something. Sand raft, and then strap it to the sandfish. Like dog sled through the desert on a with a giant lizard pulling you.
That'd be sick. What would it take to capture one?
You would probably have to subdue it first.
Well, I didn't prepare any animal spells today. I'll suggest this to the party, but I'll leave it up to them.
Did anybody else hear that? Jesse, did you hear it?
Nope. But I don't have any spells, so.
Yogu recognizes that there is a giant creature called a sandfish. You might be able to fight it, capture it, and subdue it, and then get to your destination faster if you ride the sandfish. It's a giant lizard.
Gotcha.
Giant enough for everybody?
Yeah, you could. The suggestion here is like fucking strap like reins to it and then like ride a sled on the back.
Hey, well, Yogu, you think this is something that could actually happen, or I don't want to get into no fight that we don't need to be in if we can just walk it there. Should be only a couple of days anyway.
There'll be no fight at all. Yogu is very very good with animals. Yogu will tame this sandfish, and it will ferry us to where we need to go.
If you could see this sandfish, you think you could turn into it?
What challenge rating is a sandfish? A giant sandfish?
What is your what's your challenge rating limit?
My limit is 2 right now.
You cannot.
Okay. In the future, Yogu might be able to.
All right. Well, you're the expert. So, if you want me to beat up on some sandy lizard thing, you're in charge. If you think you can tame it, let's go for it. I don't really particularly want to walk through the desert here.
Yes.
Well, doesn't Damien have a horse?
Your horse could also ride the sandfish.
It's true. That's what I meant. Thank you, Yogu. Truly a source of wisdom.
Well, I mean, it just could make us go faster. If you have a horse plus the sandfish with carrying one less person, we could go pretty quick, probably.
I guess Yogu will lay out some bait.
The horse
I don't know what they eat.
Regret isn't doing super great in this desert. He does not seem accustomed to the heat or the climate.
Regret hat. I feel like an idiot.
Yogu will set out some bait to try and lure the sandfish.
Is it the heat, or is it not the proper footwear for Regret that's making it difficult?
Wasn't it like a hard packed
sand?
Bit of
column A, bit of column B.
Where?
This kind of desert's not like big sand dunes and stuff, right? It's like sort of hard packed clay.
It's kind of like hard clay,
right?
Like Madagascar, I think.
Like Australia is how I imagine. Madagascar is pretty similar climate-wise to Australia. Because I'm an Australia-phile.
Okay, so Yogu, you lay out some bait. I don't think I have anything that could help you.
Yogu will lay out some bait, out in the open, I guess.
Out in the distance. Roll perception check.
Okie doke. Oh my fuck. Okay. 8.
Yogu, you start kind of looking around to see for a place that you might be able to lay out bait. and then you get distracted by a small lizard you see running into a bush, and then you like pounce and you start chasing it off into the distance.
Catch the lizard.
Yogu does not actually catch the lizard, and Yogu starts getting further and further from the rest of the party.
Am I gonna get lost chasing this lizard?
Yogu is very laser focused on catching this lizard. How does the rest of the party feel about Yogu's lizard?
Pretty good lizard.
Seeing him like chasing after it, I'm gonna assume he knows what he's doing and that he is trying to use the lizard as bait. So I would like to help him. I mean, I'm pretty fucking fast, so I assume that I would be able to help him pretty fucking well catch this lizard.
You know, Perlin, does it count as cannibalism if Yogu eats that lizard?
Oh, I don't think he cares.
Yogu or the lizard?
Yogu.
Oh.
Lizard may care. You know, if its tail just happens to fall off, maybe he wouldn't.
What does Yogo need to catch this lizard?
Yes, that is what Yogu needs to catch this lizard.
Like a dexterity check or something?
Roll a dex save, sure, yeah.
So I would like to be helping, but not giving the help action, doing it separately.
Alright, you can both roll dex saves as you're like chasing this lizard. This lizard's like kind of like slid down a little cliff that you guys came down to. The other three, what are you doing?
Fucking kidding me.
I'm watching.
I'm gonna brush my horse.
Are you following? Because they're kind of like leaving the camp.
Oh, man.
I'll follow.
Seeing Roger helping Yogu, he goes, "Yes, Roger, yes, catch it, get it."
Damien's gonna hop on the horse.
Damien's hopping on his horse.
And following, yeah.
Got you. Alright.
Because I feel like Damien was brushing the horse as we were getting ready for bed.
Alright, Damien's brushing his horse as they're getting ready for bed, and now Damien is following on horseback. On horseback, Yogu, you just missed this lizard. Roger, after like sliding down this little cliff edge, both of you are like in this little basin, and you see this like oasis in front of you. And Yogu gets kind of distracted by that, but Roger manages to grab and catch the lizard. And he seems very excited about it.
Yes, good catch.
And then, Damien, you kind of like pull up on horseback to this cliff edge. You kind of pull up on horseback to this cliff edge. Bungus, you're right behind, moving pretty fast. Perlin, where are you?
I guess
Back at camp?
Still at camp.
Perlin is still at camp. As you two are like chilling around in the basin of this oasis, you see like this little stream that leads into this like large oasis puddle. You hear the ground start to shake. You hear those tremors in the ground again. And everyone can roll initiative if you want.
Does it feel like Tremors 2 Aftershock, or
A bit more like
I'm gonna wait until my character's there.
what's
agreed?
the fourth Tremors called?
I don't know, but
There's like six.
Sharknado.
Tremors 4, are you still watching this?
It's The Legend Begins. Tremors 4, The Legend Begins.
Is it a prequel?
Yes, it is actually.
Nice.
Amazing. Okay. I guess you're not rolling initiative until you are on this page. However, let me set the scene a bit more. Roger and Yagu, you're in the basin of this little oasis, and You might even start to like kind of dip your dip your fingers in the water and kind of look up at it, and then you just see the head of this creature, and it's like toothy maw come out of the ground as its mouth just kind of opens really wide, and this thing is fucking huge.
I'm imagining the scene from Dune.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be worm riders?
Dude,
Worm riders.
That would be so sick, man. Whoa, wait, this thing is huge.
Where the fuck is the worm?
Okay, who
Hold
rolled
on.
a natural one and still got a 23?
Me.
How the hell does that work?
I think it.
What the?
Oh, because it rolled at advantage, and it was not supposed to. So I
How
rolled
the
a,
hell?
I rolled a 17. What?
How the hell do you roll a nat 1 and get a 23?
I have no idea. It should just be plus.
I think it's 17 plus 6, but it's counting the 1 in the roll for some reason, and it's turning it red.
Yeah, because I actually still had the advantage from when I did the sneak attacks, so I guess it was pulling advantage from that, and it's just highlighting red because 1 was the second roll. So that's just a 23. Unless you want me to roll again. But I think it's pretty clear it's a 17.
Well, I'll allow it. You guys get to move first. Perlin, you're not that far.
I should roll? Okay.
Yeah. You're on this map. You're over here. Oh, good. Davian can control the horse.
Excellent.
Oh, there I am.
Can the horse climb down the cliff?
Is it a Skyrim horse?
There is a fucking scene from Yu-Gi-Oh! I want to find now that you said those words.
The words "scene from Yu-Gi-Oh!" just, I don't know, for some reason fills me with dread.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a top tier anime.
Sorry, Jesse, I'm sending you to the Shadow Realm for that comment.
Alright. So am I up first?
I actually found it. Oh my
Nice.
god. Yes, you're up first. Oop, shit. Let me change the music.
I can't hear it.
No, I haven't changed it yet.
Oh.
Okay.
Is the worm's name 24601 or nah?
601. All right. Roger, you're up first.
Alright.
Roger, you're up first.
So, I whip out my my 2 swords, and I will make 2 attacks. So the first one, so I guess I have to move here, which I should get sneak attack since Yogu is 5 feet away.
Yes.
Well, if he's not 5 feet away, I also get sneak attack because of swashbuckler. So, alright, so I will whip an attack out. That's a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh, cool.
Just hits.
All right. So, 23 points of damage.
Hot damn.
Yeah, that was a big damage roll. And then with my bonus action, I will whip across with my moon-touched cutlass. I can't see what it is because my thing is all lagged up.
What's all lagged up?
My roll 20. I need to reset it in a second, but I just want to finish my turn.
Your Cutlass of Warning?
No.
You have 15.
Moon-touched scimitar, the second attack.
Oh, 15.
Oh, okay. So that hits too then.
Yep.
Oh, it's not letting me roll damage. Can you click on it? Because there's like
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
there it is.
It is.
No
3
sneak.
slashing?
Yeah, 3. Whatever it is. No sneak attack.
All right.
And then I will use my movement to move 30 feet away. And because of my fancy footwork, it does not get opportunity attacks.
Right.
So I whip out twice and bounce. And then I reset my roll 20 because it's fucked up. And that's my turn. So yeah, 26 points of damage
Damn.
total.
Okay. You slice up its face a bit. It still seems to be like coming out in your general direction. Yogu, you're up.
Am I up? Or is Bungus up? Bungus got 21.
Wait,
Yeah,
I didn't.
Didn't sort.
I forget to do that sometimes too.
As a bonus action,
You know, I never
would
forget
like
to do that.
As a bonus action, you would like to.
I would like to expend 2 key points. Charge both of my my gloves to full,
Okay.
and I'm going to attack. And since we leveled up, I'm level 5 monk. I will do 2 attacks.
Are you moving first?
Do I have to move first?
Can you hit him from where you're standing?
What's the range?
Oh, yeah.
Did you think you were Yogu?
He can make it. He's a monk, right?
Yeah,
I
he
think
should be able to
Bungus
make
is
it.
playing a variant range.
Oh, yeah, no,
monk.
it's 60 feet. Never mind. I can hit him from up here.
What's 60 feet? Hold on.
I'm going to launch
You got
Yummy,
lightning
huh?
gauntlets or
2
something?
elemental bolts
What?
using 1 charge for each bolt.
Are you the avatar?
It's my
Master
gloves
of all
that you
4
gave me.
elements?
I don't know.
It's the gloves he's never properly used until this point that he's had for 4
Exactly.
levels.
Oh, nice.
Love it.
I read him.
Finally read all the what my gloves do. Alright,
Um,
I do not remember how your gloves work.
Pow pow.
Uh,
Shoot them blasts out.
Alakablam.
you have Fortitude and Shatter, right?
yes. The bolt's attack roll modifier equals your proficiency bonus, your wisdom modifier, and the gloves to hit. So I just roll hit plus my wisdom.
Seems like it.
Sounds right.
Yep. Hit plus Wisdom.
So plus 1, 15, 17. 17 for the first one, and then
Is that a 14 to hit or a 17?
no, 17 to hit.
17 to hit definitely hits. Yeah.
17 to hit, and then 22
Yeah, they
to
both
hit.
hit.
Type the wrong thing. Deals 1d6 plus 1 damage. And the target must succeed on a DC 12 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. So he must do that twice.
DC 12.
DC 12.
Pass.
Damn.
What kind of save was it? Dex?
It's strength.
Strength. Oh, yeah, strength.
Yeah.
This is a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 16, 19. So
Alright,
those are low rolls for it.
still 13 points of damage, though.
Yeah, 13 in total.
I'm gonna now. I'm gonna move 20 feet here. I'd like to figure out where he is, and that'll be turn.
Great. Perlin, you're up. You hear this commotion in the distance, and you hear what basically the D&D equivalent of gunshots.
Okay. I guess I'll walk towards them. How far can I move? I'm so far zoomed out that I can't even tell.
You can move 35 feet, I think.
Okay.
This is like right there, would be the farthest you. Yeah. Close enough.
Do I see anything yet from here?
You should be able to see them from here.
Okay.
I guess this is kind of a bigger map, so you're gonna have a harder time on your mouse shit.
Yes.
You're 100 and I'll say 105 feet from him. So if you have a 110
yeah.
range or another spell,
I do.
would be able to.
surprising. Okay. I'm just gonna assume that the big scary guy must be who everyone's attacking. Oh.
You would have heard Yogu mumble something about a sandfish.
I'm just casting at level 1.
Alright, magic missile. Alright, so it takes 9 damage. Or level 1 is 3 missiles, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's it.
Takes 9 damage from your magic missile. Alright. Yogu.
Alright. You see Yogu's eyes light up as he sees a much larger lizard.
Why did you all roll so amazing on initiative?
A much larger lizard than the small one that he was chasing. Yogu is going to cast Enlarge on himself.
Okay. That puts you... I can't pick Yogu because Yogu is... Alright, so that doubles your size?
Yes. And then Yogu is going to shapeshift, wild shape, into, as a bonus action, into the equivalent, a cave bear, but like a lizard cave bear. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So it's a bear, but lizard looking.
Yeah, just like a lizard flavored cave bear. I know I kind of just dropped that on you. I don't know if you have a token for that, but...
You have a lizard bear token?
Do you have a lizard bear token by chance?
I have a creature
Grouse.
in mind. Squirtle?
So a cave bear is large, so that size would be doubled.
What the fuck is this thing called?
Blastoise.
Planogranite.
Fucking busting out all these dinosaurs on us.
This one's not a dinosaur. Most of what I've busted out are not actually dinosaurs, thank you.
You're right, sorry.
Why didn't we have the Jurassic Park theme as the battle theme?
Clever girl.
I could have made them a Jurassic Park theme, the battle theme. Yes, that's a PNG. Yes, it's a PNG. Let me save image. Yes. This is a fucking ancient hoofed alligator.
Close enough.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It is an alligator with hooves.
Hey, that'll work. Whatever it is, its size is doubled.
Yeah,
bear-
that's probably about double bit sized. So
Yeah,
I'd say
probably.
this is normal, this is doubled.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Well, as this alligator bear thing, I use my.
It has whatever bear you were trying to replicate stats.
That's cool. I'm just gonna fucking growl at it and swipe, but not actually attack. Just kind of get its attention, and then that'll be my turn.
All right. Its eyes have shifted towards you, Damien.
2 questions. How high is this?
To this level
Uh-huh.
or to the bottom?
From where I'm at to here, like how?
I'd say probably about
15
10 feet.
10 feet.
10 feet, 10 feet. So 20 feet in total to get like down all the way to the bottom.
Yeah. Can Damien? Okay. I want to leap the horse from up here to here.
Okay.
Is the horse fine with it?
Is the horse jumping too?
No.
No, the horse is jumping.
Yes.
You said the horse is jumping. Okay.
Mhm.
The horse. Let's see how the horse feels.
Athletics check.
The horse takes some damage.
Alright. How far down is the sandfish?
The fuck is a horse's? Hang on. Horses have gotta have like.
They have a stat
Stat.
block. Yeah,
Yeah, they
riding
do.
horse.
Go with riding horse. It's like a 1/4 CR, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or there is war horse, which is a much stronger version. If
You
that's
know,
it.
Kensington seems like the kind of guy that would have a war horse. This is probably a war horse.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's definitely horse.
It's got like 4 times the hit points.
Right.
And 4 times as many testicles.
Alright. Still don't have very many hit points.
4 times 0 is still 0.
Yeah,
Is this a lady horse?
No, it's a gelding.
But like a
Ooh,
baby
it's gonna
horse?
take,
It's like a
6
neutered
fall
horse.
damage from that,
Okay.
because it did not do very well on its strength throw.
You know, my concern is getting it back up the hill, but that'll be a hard question we'll solve in a bit.
Okay.
I keep right. How far is down is this worm? Is it like
How far down is the worm? It's in
Yeah.
the lower level. Like its head's kind of sticking up in this crack. Like I don't want to mess
Fair.
around too much.
okay?
It's
So
like this kind of.
how far can my horse move?
Your horse just closed it.
Oh, am I able to?
Yeah, your horse can move 60 feet.
That was 10, right?
Sure, that was 10. Yeah, you jumped down the hill.
Okay. I want to get here, and then I want to jump my horse on top of the worm.
It's a sandfish. First off. Second, where you want to get where? I did not see where you picked.
Right here.
Okay, you should be able to do that, and then try to jump your horse on top of the worm. Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
All right.
And while we're doing that, is that my action, or can I like try to use my lance while I'm like midair?
I will say that's the horse's action, and I will let you use your lance midair.
Sweet. All right. Let's do. Which one would you like me to roll first? Jumping on top of the sandworm or lancing it?
All right, roll a strength save
Strength
for jumping
save.
on top of the sandworm. You and the horse are both fine. You managed to get on top of the sandfish's head.
All right.
And I can't grab you because the sandfish is not the top.
Oh, Right. Well, I was gonna say because the sandfish doesn't have arms.
Well, he does have arms. They're
Oh.
just under the sand right now.
Well, I stab him with the Royale with Lance.
Royale with Lance.
Like Royale with cheese, but I have it called the Deluxe Lance.
Deluxe Lance. Okay. Disadvantage. All right.
Well, damn. I have disadvantage. So 19.
19 hits. 17.
Yeah, it takes 17 damage.
I think it's because
17.
the lance has a reach of 10 feet. So if you're falling down on it, you essentially could stab it at 10 feet.
That's what I would assume, but...
Right. All right. It takes 17 damage.
I swing at it again with my, like I double pump it.
You double pump the lance. All right, go for another lance attack.
That's a 16.
16 hits.
That's a 19 damage.
Damn.
A lot of.
Did it take any
Damn.
damage from landing the horse on top of it? Like it's a fucking jet?
You know, it probably should have. I'd say a horse is probably equivalent to.
Was the horse like a ton? No, not a ton. 750?
That's
It's less than that, I
2d6
think it's
plus
like-
2.
Yeah, it's like 400, 500 pounds.
Really?
Like that, I think.
2d6 plus 2. I rolled a 3, so 5. Yeah, 5. Yeah. I didn't do math bad. Yeah. Alright, is that your turn?
I would like to action surge.
Okay! Okay.
Does 20 hit?
Does a 20 hit? Yeah.
I mean, a 15 hit.
Does a
so-
15 hit?
15 also hits.
So that's 29 plus the 36 from before.
You guys do so much fucking damage. Jesus Christ.
Oh, plus 5 from the horse landing on it.
Wait, so 29 plus, what'd you say, 36? So that's 55 plus, so
I think
61?
it's 70 damage.
61 in one turn, right? Am I doing that right?
Yeah.
Wait, 36
Yeah.
plus 29 plus 5 is 70.
Jesus. Okay.
I'll take your word for it.
Hey man, fighters hurt.
Alright. Ow.
Oh, I was saying I was doing these all at minus 10. No, I can't. I wish I could do that actually, but I can't with the
Right.
lance.
Was that your turn?
Yes. Can I action surge by actions? Can you? I can't, but like if you had a
If you have-
hypothetical second action surge.
If you had two actions.
So,
I don't think you can do.
Or,
I don't think you can do it
Sandfish's
twice in one turn.
for the sandfish's turn, his head starts to dive back below the sand. Kind of like swimming through the rock as if it's easy, and then Damien, you like the horse kind of lowers onto the ground until like the ground kind of overtakes it, and you guys are just kind of standing around on the ground. He's going to move underground. Wish you guys could know measure.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
Do I get an opportunity attack? You didn't disengage.
How does this work? Would you get an opportunity attack?
I'll punch sand, I swear to God.
How does it?
Roll to pound sand.
Hang on. Same as this. No, you don't get an opportunity. Okay. It has the same ability that like Earth Golems do, where they can just walk through the thing, so it doesn't count as it doesn't count as like leaving your range, because he never leaves your range in a way that you can hit him.
That's fair.
That makes sense, yeah, because he like is underground.
Yeah. He is going to kind of re-emerge up here on top of this cliff. And while he is up here, you feel the Yogu and Roger, you feel the sand shift below you as his tail breaches and starts thrashing at you guys.
It's a big motherfucker.
Is that the right size of his tail? That is the right size of his tail. Okay, I do not need to reshape that. Yeah, his tail breaches the water, or breaches the thing.
Ground.
And
Is that a save or is it just an attack roll?
it is an attack roll.
Okay.
Sure, that's whisper. 16 to hit on
Who?
Roger, and 16 to hit on Yogu.
That does hit.
Hits me too.
Okay. 15 piercing on Yogu. Or on Roger, you were first. And then brain fart, 8 piercing on Yogu.
Okie doke.
Okay.
God, the pool of health points gets the fucking lighter damage.
Alright. And that is its turn. Roger, you're up.
Alright. Do I get the idea that if I leave the tail and head to the head, that would incur an opportunity attack? Since it's all one creature? Just mechanically.
If you leave the tail and enter the head, there is still a creature between the two. So I don't.
I mean,
You're not necessarily leaving his range, so I don't think so.
Okay. Alright, so in that case, I will run up these stairs here. And I would like to essentially take my cutlasses and jump and stab them both into the back of his neck from where the head is emerged. Right. So the first attack is going to be a 15 to hit again, which hit last time, so I assume hits.
Yep.
Oh, God. So that is going to be 17 points of damage. And then...
How do you roll in that one and hit me for 9? God.
Oh, well, it's one out of the 3 dice, yeah.
Okay.
And then my offhand attack is going to be an 11 to hit.
Okay.
Does an 11 hit?
11 hit. Or no, 11 misses. My bad. My bad.
So I sort of run up the stairs and jump and stab one of the...
I was just ready to take another 11 damage. My bad.
I stab one of the cutlasses into it. The other one, I guess, sort of skitters off the side. I'm just sort of hanging on to the back of its neck with this embedded cutlass. I am intending to ride this bitch. Just FYI.
Okay. Bungus. Or, Roger, is that your turn?
That... yeah, because I use my bonus action and my movement and everything. So yeah, I'm done.
Alright, Bungus.
So if I come up here.
Okay.
Shit.
I will let you roll to land on top of it if you jump.
Okay. And what do I need to roll?
Strength or athletic or acrobatics. Athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics or acrobatic? Oh, that's really bad.
11 just makes it.
Holy shit! All right. Does that count as an action, or is that just like free?
Whatever. I'll say that counts as part of your movement. However,
Yeah, let me take some weight.
yeah, you take 8 fall damage
8.
or 8 bludgeoning as you like smack against this creature when you hit it. 2d4, and I rolled 4s on both.
Okay, so it's blood. So it's like the creature is smacking me. It's not like falling
Like
damage.
it's kind of like falling damage, but also the creature's kind of thrashing around.
Okay, because I have slow fall. So
Oh yeah, so you wouldn't take any fall.
okay, so yeah,
Okay,
I'd be fine.
Then half it for you're just taking damage from the creature thrashing.
Okay, that worked.
Not really as you had slow fall.
I'm gonna.
So you're like right here.
+1 punch, miss them both. Sick. I'm gonna use a key point, and I'm a flurry of blows. Flurry of
Oh no! Oh no, bro!
Oh, buddy.
Oh,
no!
so unfortunate.
Oh, poor.
Well, boys,
That is.
Oh man.
I'm going worm riding.
That is
9876.
You literally got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That is
no,
unfortunate. Each one worse than the last.
How did that happen?
I can't do anything, so I'm just gonna hold on.
Question.
Right.
Would we be considered flanking?
No. Alright. Is that your turn?
Yep.
I tried.
Alright, Perlin.
I don't want to get any closer. I'm just gonna use magic missile again.
Alright. What level?
Level 1 again.
Alright. Takes 9 damage.
Wait, don't I have to roll it?
Yeah.
Oh wait. My bad.
Wait, never mind. 9 is fine.
it takes less than 9 damage. It takes 6 damage. Alright. He kind of is like shaking it off and starts to like roar into the desert. Alright. Yogu, you're up, I think.
I cannot control my token, but
My bad.
you're good.
My
I
bad.
want to.
I
like,
cannot select your token because I'm selecting the tail. Hang on. Setting. Controlled by Yogu. There you go. Now you can move him.
Is this difficult terrain?
In your enlarged form,
Could I just step over
you
it?
can move up it as difficult terrain. Everyone else would have to make saves to go up it, but you could just like move up it as difficult.
So like these two here would count as difficult terrain.
Yeah.
That I don't have a lot of speed, so I don't know if that'll help.
Just attack the tail.
Oh wait, I have 40 feet of movement as a cave bear. I could attack the tail as well.
Does your movement get any bigger as you got bigger? Shouldn't your movement double in size as you double in size?
It doesn't. The spell doesn't say
The spell
that.
doesn't effectively say that. Should it? Sure.
Imagine I'm just bigger, but I'm like slower too because I'm so heavy. I don't know.
I
I'm just gonna attack the tail.
All right.
Yogu's seeing the first bit of exposed body of this creature. He's just gonna charge towards it and just sink his cave bear teeth into it. So he needs to make a bite. He's going to make 2 attacks. He's going to bite it. For a... I don't know why it's whispering rolls to you, but that's a 23.
Yep.
For 12 piercing damage, but since he's enlarged, he rolls an extra d4 of damage. So 13 damage with his bite, and then he's going to claw it for a 26 to hit. For
Yep. 11 damage.
11 plus a d4 of damage, so 15.
Okay.
I don't know why that's whispering.
As you're doing this, the creature's movement starts to slow, and he starts thrashing around, and doesn't seem super energetic anymore.
I'm just gonna tear into it and just eat whatever I can rip off.
Right.
That'll be Yogu's turn.
Damien.
Muted.
Muted?
Damien.
I was muted. Okay, so I'm gonna move Damien the horse 40 feet to here. Question.
Yes.
How high does the tail rise out of the ground? And can I use the dash action to dash up the tail and out of the dip?
Okay. The tail's kind of like flailing around rapidly, like straight up.
I'm
Yogu's
not hearing a no.
the base of it.
What'd you say?
Where the hell are you trying to go?
Up here.
Okay.
You could say no.
How much movement do you have left?
20, but if I dash, another 80.
If you dash, maybe. If you dash, I will let you roll for it. It will be a hard check.
Damien only knows hard. Damien's gonna dash up the tail.
Alright. You and the horse dash up the tail. Roll a Constitution save to not get thrown off as it's flailing around.
Constitution save.
Constitution save. Fuck. Alright, you hold your bearings. Now, to jump off of the tail and onto the land over there, acrobatics or athletics?
For the horse?
I guess for the horse, yeah.
What are the horse's stats for athletics?
+4 strength.
Does it have proficiency in athletics? What level
It does
horse
not.
is this?
Explicit. Does
How
not
many levels of
explicit.
fighter? I action surge the horse.
Oh my god. Oh, you have trampling charge. The horse moves at least 20 feet in a straight line toward a creature and then hits the creature with its hooves on the same turn. The target must need a 14 saving throw or be knocked prone. Okay. Roll! Damien's...
D20 plus 4?
Yeah, D20 plus 4. DC 18.
One, nat 20. 2!
Okay.
I only regret is choosing this horse.
Okay, as the horse jumps off the end of the tail, the horse kind of loses its footing, and all the energy from the jump it gets kind of taken away as the tail dips below you, and you fall below, and you and the horse both take 2d6 fall damage.
On one.
The horse takes 9. You take 8.
Damn it.
Are you keeping track of the horse? Because I can't click on the horse. He's under the tail.
I'll take care of it. But that's my turn. Actually, scratch that. I'm going to second wind as my bonus action, but I'll take care of that after I take care of the horse. So you can move on to the next person's turn.
All right. The creature is going to start retracting his tail, which is above you, and therefore Damien wouldn't get an opportunity to attack. But as the tail is going under, I'll say that I guess Roger wouldn't really get an opportunity to attack. One under the sword.
Yogu? With the
Yogu.
tail.
Yeah, Yogu with the tail, and then this creature kind of starts to pop up. Why did I close this folder? Come on. Oh, there it is. There we go.
Oh my
no,
god,
there's-
there's 3 of them now.
Is it a Leopleurodon?
It is a mosasaur.
A magical Leopleurodon.
It's kind of surfacing and moving around.
Candy Mountain.
So, am I just riding along its head, holding onto the sword?
You're riding along its head as it's surfacing.
Roger's so much
Am
cooler
I
than me.
doing that too?
You are also riding along its head as it's surfacing. It comes around here to back
Wicked.
with Roger right about here and Bungus right about here. Perlin, you get knocked back about a space as it comes around to sorry, you, and it thrashes about, smacking out with its tail against against. I guess nobody's in range of the tail. It's gonna try to slam its head back against the ground to try to slam Roger and Bungus to the ground. 21 to hit.
Hits.
That'll hit.
19 piercing on both of you.
I'm gonna use Uncanny Dodge to have that.
Okay,
So that would be 9, right?
that would be 9. Half of 19 is 9.5.
Yeah. I forgot I have that ability, so I should have done it last time too. But...
And that is its turn. It looks not great.
Alright.
Roger.
From where I am, sort of on its head,
Holding onto the sword that has been implanted into part of its skull.
Yogu talked about taming a sandfish. I have no idea if that's what this is, but I'm going to try to basically pull on the sword as if it's sort of like reins to try to see if I can steer the thing. This is the dumbest idea ever, but I'm going to attempt to essentially rein in this creature via the sword reins I have stabbed into its head.
Roll animal handling.
This is going to be just a straight check. No bonus to this one. 2.
It doesn't seem to be reacting much.
Was that my action?
That is, I'll count it as an attack. I'll give you another attack.
Well, so I only have one attack. I make an offhand attack as a bonus action.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
so
then,
if that,
yeah, that's your
so that was
action.
an action. Okay. Then as a bonus action, there's nothing really I can do. So I will. That's my turn.
Right. Bungus. Want to try to assist him in reining in on this creature?
Sure.
I assume it looked like I was just trying to pull the sword out and couldn't fucking figure out how to do it. With that bad of a failure.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
You know he's looking weaker and he's surfaced.
Yeah. So, I don't think Bungus wanna do so. Maybe can I also do an animal handling check?
I will let you do an animal handling check if you describe to me what you're doing.
Wait. So he tried to take the sword and like steer.
Yeah.
Better. Maybe the sword, not the thing. Do we have any rope? Can we make like actual rings?
Second? Probably not.
No, I mean like
Just
Is it,
throw
like,
a loop
thrashing
around him
around?
to try to like.
yeah.
If you have rope on you, yeah, you can do that. You can try to lasso him.
If you don't have rope on you, you would see a coil of rope hanging from Roger's back.
I have 50 feet of rope.
Right. That should be enough.
What do you want me to do?
I'll give you 2 checks. 1 to lasso him. Dex check, I guess. Whatever dex you feel like, acrobatics or sleight of hand to put a lasso around him.
He raw
Right.
dex.
Raw dex works. You manage to kind of like. I assume you have like a monkey's fist or something tied into one part of the rope, and you kind of like sling it around his mouth, and you get and you catch it as it comes up the other side. You get the rope around his mouth. Roll animal handling. Nice.
Yeah.
As it's injured and tired, you manage to like pull the reins up into the back of its mouth, and it just kind of like falls flat and goes like limp and seems to be following your orders to like heal as you're pulling back on the reins.
Cool.
So we weakened this monster just enough to be able to capture it.
Seems like it.
Okay, most importantly, what do we name it?
Butts with a Z.
Butts with... I like it. Let's
Okay.
write Butts.
I did not necessarily
Just
intend
butts.
for a second Pokemon reference, but yes, you have battled and weakened this creature, and now you have captured it.
With that being
All right.
said, I'm gonna go to bed. And I do
Yes, it is
apologize.
getting late. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
I expected to start this part earlier, but all right.
What I mean, when you meet a dock master, what can you do?
Murder is the
Not
only
murder.
option.
Just lashing out at the DM, the Dockmaster.
Great session.
Excellent.
Yeah. That's a great
See
one.
you guys next week. We
Alright,
hope to
sounds
be back to
good.
the temple with you new friend butts.
Butts,
Okay.
the sea fish. Sandfish.
Everybody drive safe on their way home.
All right. Later.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Yes.